Yo, what's going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Foots the King. Hey, let's talk ball, man. As always, thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Did the 10K Q&A video, released that yesterday. Made sure I wanted to get that out, answer some questions for you guys. It's really overwhelming, and it's just a great feeling knowing that the channel's growing. It's continuing to grow. It's continuing to grow. I'm getting questions in. And I just want to continue to build. So with that being said, I got a loaded video for you guys today. Cowboys OTA Session 2 or Week 2 recap. I got 5 hits, so 5 things that we learned. Now, here goes some quick hits of things that really didn't make, my 5 points. You guys know I dig in on those. I do a deep dive on my 5 points. So I want to give you guys, here goes a few quick hits. Obviously, the Quentin Osborne, undrafted free agent, he got cut. This week. Darius Jackson got signed. David Irvin's still out of shape. All right, David Irvin, and we'll see, but you got to get ready for camp, because if things start to waffle in camp, it's like, all right, come on, David Irvin, it's time to go. And you see the guys out there running around, so you're not with your brothers because you're out of shape. That's an issue. We signed Eric Pinkins from Seattle, linebacker, probably more of a camp body. Jalen Smith is still moving well. Jason Garrett said in his presser, Jalen, let's go, man. I told you guys that's something to watch. Him at middle, I'm telling you. And we signed Antoine Woods from USC, or former USC D tackle. Let's see, camp body. Maybe Osborne could have been a guy. Jihad Ward at the 1. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen in the middle. But I want to get to these 5 things that we learned from this week, week 2 of OTAs. There's gonna be one more session, then a mini camp, then training camp, baby. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about training camp. I actually got the list, the dates pulled up here. We'll get to that at the end of the video. But let's talk about 5 things that we learned from this week's OTA session, because you are learning things. Trust me, these coaches are formulating opinions. You better believe that. You'll see when you hear Jason Garrett and all this. So let's talk about it. Number 1, it's time for Zeke. It's crazy seeing how young Zeke is, but it's time for Zeke to lead from the front. What do you mean, Foots? He has to lead from the front. 2 years ago, 1,600-yard season with 15 and some change. I remember calling that. I really remember watching Ezekiel Elliott destroy Alabama when he was at Ohio State. Then I remember Dallas drafting him. He actually did that in Jerry World. Then it's like last year, I didn't really realize how much of a toll, everything would take on Zeke as far as the legal things and all this, that, and the third. That's all behind him. He's sounding clean. He looks clean. Now, obviously, that dead space between, the final whistle at minicamp and to them reporting on Wednesday, July 25th, Zeke stayed clean. He's done a great job. It's been quiet in Cowboy land so far. But Zeke has to lead from the front. He's one of the few guys who, like a Ray Lewis, can lead by talking and can go out and really bump, can really do his thing. Now, he's not rah-rah Ray Lewis. Oh, all that crazy stuff. That's not Zeke, but he can really go out and he's really like a top 3 back in his league. I have him as the best running back in the league, and that's not me being a Cowboys homer. So Zeke has to lead from the front. They're saying all the right things. They want him to be more focal. So let's see. But in order for this team to be truly, truly great, he has to lead from the front. He has to be the first and last out. He has to really MJ his way. Like Michael Jordan, he would go out, score 60, hit the free throw line at the end of practice. I mean, you got to put in the extra work, Zeke. We need you. I'm dependent on Ezekiel Elliott. Lead from the front, baby. Number 2. And number 2 and number 3 kind of roll together. Jason Garrett isn't playing games. And Rico, it's on you now, buddy. Ball's in your court. So, you guys, listen to Jason Garrett right here.
What does Rico Gathers have to do to make this 53-man roster?
He just needs to get better, and we're really not talking about him as making the 53-man roster right now. Like, we're not talking about anybody in that regard. We're talking about coming in here and getting better every day. He just needs to play more football. We could practice 5 times a day. That wouldn't be enough for him and a lot of our younger players, just because they need so much work. So you got to take advantage of every rep you get. You have to be prepared, so when you go out on the field, it's a productive rep for you, and then you have to learn from it. and stay locked in on each day and keep trying to grow in every part of the game. And I think he's done a really good job of that. Yeah, he did a lot of really good things for us, and there are some things that come much more naturally to him. I think his understanding of the passing game is better than his understanding of the running game. He certainly has excellent ball skills. His ability to run routes down the field and be a mismatched player, I think we all saw that. Those are all positive things. But he plays a challenging position. The demands of him at that position are pretty unique. You have to be able to be a run player. You have to be able to, be someone who understands protections and routes and adjustments and all of that. So,
now, don't take that out of context. I don't think Jason Garrett's throwing Rico under the bus, but I don't think that Jason Garrett is, in a huge boat of confidence either. And you hear him talk about the run game. Because guess what? I just talked about who we're going to be running the ball through, and that's Ezekiel Elliott. I've said it 1,000 times. Rico looks the part, big guy. But just because you're big and just because you can go up and snag it, doesn't mean that you're a great football player. It means you're a good receiving tight end. Doesn't mean you're a good football player. And I will give Jason Witten that. He understood football. And I understand that Rico hasn't played it, but for a while, But when you think about, we don't have time to waste. Jason Garrett's coaching for his job. So there's a guy like Schultz or Jarwin or whoever who may not be as athletic, but he knows when that backside blitz is coming and Jarwin or Schultz gets the hot read and they got to stay in and chip, he knows that Dak won't be doing a face plant. With Rico, you still don't know that. For Rico being such a big guy, he's having issues blocking. I've talked to some people who, trust me, he's having some issues blocking and with toughness. So Rico, it's on you. And Jason Garrett, with not just with this situation with Irving, you can tell his temperament and his vibe wasn't right. He's not playing around, and I don't blame him. He's coaching for his job. Pressure either builds a diamond or you fold. And I feel like now the all or nothing, I like how Jason Garrett was on all or nothing. I like that, but we still didn't win. We still didn't make the playoffs. So it's a lot of give and take there. But that being said, Jason's not playing. I feel him because it's now the deck's clear. Dez gone, Witten gone, Romo gone. Only thing left, common denominator, is you. And after that, you out. So I feel Jason. It's like, Rico, let's go. All right. Cowboys fans, enlighten me on Duke Thomas. Should I be giving him more of a chance? Now, Todd Archer, one of my favorite Cowboys reporters, him and Nick Eatman and Mickey Spags are like my favorite Cowboys reporters. I respect everybody, but those are like my three. Todd Archer has some really good things to say about Duke Thomas. You see his picture. You guys tell me what you know about Duke, and should I give him a chance? Does he have a chance to make this roster? Is he a forgotten guy? Will he be on the outside? It's about 5'11", good quickness, good hands. Said he had a pick today, and if you remember last year, Duke Thomas's name was being thrown around as a guy that may have made the team before he got hurt. Now there's Marquez White, a couple of the undrafted free agents. What do you guys think about Duke Thomas? This is one where I'm asking you guys. Does he have a real shot? We got into the big thing about Anthony Brown versus Jordan Lewis. They're both on the team, so no matter how you slice it. But will Duke Thomas be that fourth, fifth guy? Can give you some work on special teams? What do you guys think about him? And number 5, here goes a hot one. Psst, psst. I'm telling y'all, this Mike White and Cooper Rush battle is heating up. So, Nick Eatman came out, I'm listening to some things, and he's saying, yo, I'm telling you right now, Mike White throws a better ball than Cooper Rush. Todd Archer came out and said that Cooper was having a goofy practice at OTAs, then he cleaned it up. That is the battle to watch. I'm telling you guys now, do not think that Cooper Rush is safe as a backup quarterback. Mike White's going to have some targets to throw to in these preseason games and these scrimmages. He's going to be out there getting a lot of reps. I'm telling you, he's going to become a fan favorite. Remember that you heard it here first. And it's heating up, even at OTAs. And people will say, oh, you can't learn anything from OTA. Oh, yes, you can. Jason Garrett, he's learning that Rico still doesn't understand football. You can learn some things in OTAs now. So this is something to watch. All right, you're only as good as your backup quarterback, and you guys know how much I love Mike White. So, what do you guys think about all of this? I'm telling you now, that's gonna be a fun one, guys. So that's kind of like my OTA recap. It's not camp yet, but like Rob Marinelli said, you're practicing for camp. You're learning how to practice for camp, and I like that. I like that a lot. What do you guys think? I'll be back to you guys with some more kind of topic-based videos. And really quick, I'm gonna put a GoFundMe link in the description box. I'm trying to get to camp. All right, so they just released the camp dates. They head out to Oxnard, California, July 25th. I'm gonna try. If you've ever been to a training camp, you know that the second week is really when things turn up. So I'm gonna try to get out there and be out there for Tuesday, July 21st. That's gonna be the first practice that I want to be there. They'll be off on Monday, the 30th, and I'm gonna stay and watch practices till that Thursday, and then they'll be off on that Friday. So I'm gonna hit a practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll probably head back on Friday to DC. Now, just if you guys have a few dollars, donate. Please, planning ticket, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna get some film 101s. You know, the Cowboys, their website stopped doing battles. I'm gonna go out there and I'll find a way. Anybody who knows me knows I'll find a way to get some really good footage. If you guys want to send me some stuff, but I want to feature some of that stuff on the channel because I know Cowboys fans like that stuff. So if you guys can donate, the GoFundMe link will be in the description box. The podcast link is in the description box. The Cowboys Huddle podcast. Me and Joe, we just released a good one. We're gonna do another one tomorrow. So as always, guys, thank you for growing with me. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Send this video around. Week 2 of OTAs recap, dude. Before you know it, it will be kicking off against Carolina, and I want to document and get all this stuff going. This is my music playing throughout this video. Foots and Coles on iTunes and Spotify. Make sure you guys check that out. You guys wanted that, so you guys got it. And as always, thank you guys for sharing, and subscribing. Peace.